They are also taking care of us through the adulteration of food and water. In America today, one of the biggest concerns, and they're right about it all the time, is obesity. Because, you know, you go to McDonald's and do they say thank you? No, they say, you want to supersize that? They're going to see if you can take a double one and double French fries and all of this crap that they want you to eat. But it gets worse than that. Charles Eliot Perkins was a U.S. chemist who was sent to Germany at the end of World War II to try to put the IG Farben combine back together, and he wrote, the German chemists worked out an ingenious and far-reaching plan of mass control that was submitted to and adopted by the German General Staff. This plan was to control the population of any given area through mass medication of drinking water supplies. In this scheme of mass control, sodium fluoride occupied a prominent place. In other words, they put fluoride in the water of the concentration camps to keep the inmates passive and non-resistant. How many of y'all are drinking fluoridated water? In the United States, 2/3 of the water supply is being fluoridated. Now, this is amazing because one of the most abused antidepressants in the United States today is Prozac. Prozac's technical name is fluoxetine, and it is 94% fluoride. So think about this in the United States, and you all might want to check here and see if they're doing the same thing in Australia. In the United States today, if you want to take some fluoride in the form of Prozac so that you can get dulled down and you're not hyperactive and you don't have, you know, you're not looking out the window and have attention deficit disorder, then you have to go to a licensed physician and he writes you a prescription for Prozac, which is fluoxetine, 94% fluoride, and then you can go through the day going, well, things aren't so bad. I feel pretty good. I think I'll go take a drive. But if you don't want to get that prescription, all you got to do is drink city water. Because then you have undocumented, non-medical people who are dumping fluoride into your water supply. And that's what's happening there. Y'all might want to check and see what's happening here. And then we wonder why we have had in modern times this rash of school shootings and people that go crazy and teen suicides. Here's just a partial list. And what's the common denominator? If you listen to the American corporate mass media, it's guns. Guns are the problem. Folks, that's not right. I grew up in Texas. We all had guns. We took guns to school. I've taken guns to school. Nobody ever shot anybody. I know lots of guys had guns in the racks of their pickup trucks, right? It's not the guns. It's the drugs. It's the drugs. That's the common denominator. Every single one of these school shooters, every single one of these teen suicides, almost without exception, were either on psychoactive drugs or just coming off of psychoactive drugs, which apparently is sometimes worse than even going on them. But they won't talk about that. Why? Because drugs is one of the biggest corporate profit makers in the world today. In 2008, worldwide, big pharmaceutical corporations grossed more than $800 billion. $80 billion of that for psychiatric drugs, and it's growing.
There's a great deal of interest nowadays because the public is becoming more and more aware. Toothpaste and gargle with bicarbonate and or fluoride. And it's very hard nowadays to find toothpaste that doesn't have fluoride in it. And most toothpaste also have bicarbonate of soda in it, baking soda, supposed to help clear cavities or keep you from developing cavities. Okay, how about getting buried of cancer with a perfect set of teeth? Besides, it doesn't, but just let's assume. And the same goes for your children. Don't allow the fluoride treatments for their teeth. Some children, having had these fluoride treatments, swallowed a bit of the fluoride and died in the dentist chair. Other children with a constant use of fluoridated toothpaste, and in the US, the toothpaste with fluoride now has a bone and crossbone and skull on it. It's poison. It even says so. And there's no proof that fluoride helps to keep cavities away. No proof. but fluoride definitely increases cancer deaths and cancer and allergies and all kinds of diseases. So if you can't find non-fluoridated toothpaste, use distilled water. Don't use any toothpaste before you use fluoride or a soda containing toothpaste.